Oh shit, I should have been my makeup, you know?
You look good, bruv. Don't worry. Bit of powder. So.
That's it. Boxing helped me when I was out on the street from the age of 14, no mom, no dad. I had a 15-month-old daughter diagnosed with retinoblastoma, the cancer of the eye. So I have to put boxing to the side again. But then still went on to win the African title, win International Masters and IBF European. When I saw you and John Ryder, I'm like, this guy's gonna get killed.
Mate, that's precisely what I thought though.
I said, this guy's gonna get killed.
I was so nervous. I was just like, he's gonna do me in completely. Yeah, so after that grueling task of having to move around with Larry, I'm a little bit worse for wear. My stomach hurts, but probably one of the most learning experiences I've had in the ring with someone, so I appreciate you for your time. And whilst we have you here as well, we want to hear like your journey, how you got into boxing, how you traversed boxing for so many years, because you've had a long career, and what you've done in boxing, but then also like where you're at now and what you're building here, owning your own gym.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for even considering getting me on your interview and stuff. So
my pleasure.
It was great. It was great to share the ring with you, of course. With what I've done with boxing is, I think I turned professional by accident. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, over a decade I had the immigration issues, and I have out of the ring also. I have an issue out of the ring.
Yeah.
Apart from the immigration stuff, which is like a family issue.
Personal.
For example, the personal issue that my oldest daughter was born 2 days after my mom passed.
And at this stage, were you fighting professionally?
No.
No.
I didn't even have a tissue paper, let alone paper to stay in the country. So I was just still fighting the immigration to try and to just find my feet in the country, to be able to kind of like cater for my family and stuff. But what that shows me is like you just gotta keep pushing, and a lot of people give up, because when I came there, it was more, there's other fighters that came with me, and some people just couldn't take the heat of the whole issue and stuff. So having to then sort the immigration, went on to win Prizefighter after 2 fights in 2012, you know, and obviously the major thing is having to box professionally. I said I'm gonna turn pro, just having 2 fights maybe, or 3 fights max.
Yeah.
So I know I've done it.
Yeah.
So I had 127 amateur bouts.
Wow.
So I said it's good to just have a bit of a professional record as well.
Some
alongside.
experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm always at the gym, and I give helping hands to guys, so I learn, but I love teaching. So that's one of my things. And even when I turned pro, being a professional for me is a secondary. The main thing for me is the coaching. I enjoy teaching and having to impact a lot of people and their life and stuff, because it's teaching how to throw punches and hit and bag and stuff. There's more to it, because when you get to start working with people, then you realize people have a personal issue. And then the only place that they can express how they feel as a boxing gym is what you teach them. I think because boxing helped me when I was out on the street from the age of 14, no mom, no dad. So having to then have the boxing to bring me down to this country and all of that. Then winning Prizefighter was great. Everything seems magical.
Yeah. Do you feel like the hardship that you went through was like a huge driving force for you, as well as, or do you think it was just a hindrance?
I just think.
Did it give you a reason to fight?
Do you know you don't even know how strong you are until being strong is all you have?
Yeah,
so
man.
I don't even. If I tell you this is how I did it, it's a lie. Because even when I won Prizefighter, I was ranked number 2 in the country at the time, and everything, as I said, feels like magical.
Yeah.
Then I had a 15-month-old daughter diagnosed with retinoblastoma, the cancer of the eye. So I have to put boxing to the side again. But then still went on to win the African title, win International Masters and IBF European. I'm grateful for everyone that I've been in my life because I can't.
You're grateful for what you have,
Yeah.
because of what you've lost. And like, it sounds crazy to me, but even when I was just messaging you on Instagram, I could feel like your like level of like care and consideration. Like you're really, really kind as well, man. So like, it's clearly shaped you. Even though you do what you do in the ring, you're a nice person.
I think every fighter's like that.
Yeah.
People are different. But you have to remember, during all my adversity, all I have is people. So you have to treat people well.
Okay.
Because people treat me well.
Yeah.
I have so many clients that's been there for me from.
Even one of the boys over there stopped for 2 seconds, started talking to me. Couldn't help himself but saying, "Best coach, man. Such a good coach." Do you know what I mean? So people around you, and I think what you've gone through, what you struggled through, to then where you are here now, creating this community, helping people get out of their struggles, get out of the streets, especially in London as well.
100%. So this gym is not mine. This is Chris. Steve.
Sorry.
So Steve. So if you can see Dan Aziz there. So
yeah, man. Dan Aziz.
So Dan is the one that introduced me to Steve.
Yeah, right.
And Steve has been amazing. So the guy that owns the Royal Resistance, and not just to me, but you see like the kids, as you said, get them off the street, come here, and in the evening it's packed. You have the kids here, and I see kids growing from a complete novice to like going to represent the club and doing well. You know, and so the community of boxing, I think the government needs to kind of like channel
put more money into it.
To kind of like see how much, because he helps me.
Yeah, mate.
When I left Nigeria, I have a kid I was looking after, a really good fighter. And when I left, he became the national champion.
Right.
But when I left, and there's no one to kind of like guide him, he got killed because he started going the wrong direction. So, and it's as mad and sad as it might sound like, hold on, why do you have so much stuff going on around you, like negative? It's not, it's just everyone was born and brought up in a different environment.
I can attest to my environment being easy.
So
I had no struggles. I didn't have to struggle with a family death until I was in my late 20s. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so different.
That's one, but when you have to fend for yourself at the age of 14.
Yeah, mate. I can't imagine.
And no more. My mom actually disappeared for about 2 years.
Just gone.
Just one.
Jesus, man. How old were you when that happened?
I was 14.
That's a hard age.
My dad was in different. My dad was in the army, so when they retired, it was shipped to him. But I wanted to stay with my mom. So my dad is in a different.
Yeah, of course.
Different part of the thing.
Yeah.
But then 2015, I lost my dad as well. But what I'm trying to say is, when my mom came back, I can't even be mad at her.
Why
came back.
You? Oh, because she was there?
No, she came back.
Yeah.
When she came back, I was already the national champion.
Right.
So there was there's a tournament. It's like a little Olympic within the country.
You're right, yeah.
So it's called National Sport Festival, where you have different states represent come to the competition.
Yes.
So different states host it every 2 years. And it's a big deal.
Yeah, of course.
So went on to win gold for Lagos at the time. But when my mom came back, so my mom used to sell street food. And when she disappeared, there's no phone, there's nothing to communicate.
Yeah, of course.
But I didn't know why she disappeared. But obviously, it's a family house. But I just my mom is not here. Because I was with my dad all my life until I moved to my mom. So when she left, I'm just like, nah. But I've started boxing at the age of 12, so I've met people. So I started living some of these uncles, like more like on the street, but I still have a bit of place to go. But they guide me.
Yeah.
Like the boxing is what and some of them are real
nice.
They're nice people, but what they're doing, the job they're doing is not legal.
Okay, right.
I was cleared off by just stick to your boxing. Don't go down that route. So When my mom came back, then I find out she had to take a hiding.
Right.
Because she owes some money and there's been a death threat. But then what do you say to that?
I can't even fathom that.
So, but these things do happen.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
And I know my mom. My mom, she's a serious woman.
Yeah, mate.
So, you know, but luckily when she came back, I've got some money with me, which has kind of like pay off the debts and
Nice.
put back on our business and send back the thing, you know.
So you done that, you paid for that.
Yeah. I got paid from the from the States.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's not even a lot of money. But then it's a lot of money.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And having all of that and then coming here, I think the whole idea having to fend for myself from the age of 14 and come here where it's no man's land when you have to survive.
Of course, yeah.
Where the immigration issue happened because my coach made a mistake.
On the papers.
So we sent to the Home Office after the Commonwealth Games,
Right.
2000 Manchester Commonwealth Games, for extension. So I was offered a work permit.
Right.
But my coach, because we have other fighters, because I couldn't make the Olympics, 2000 Olympics.
And that's what you were
in
due to
Sydney.
be on?
I meant to go in 2000, but I couldn't make it.
Shit.
Because I couldn't make the weight, so I was just like, fuck this.
Yeah, sack it
So I
off.
moved from bantamweight to welterweight.
Right.
But some of my guys that was already at the Olympics was signed with a manager here and
Yeah.
promoter.
Yeah.
So when I got here, it was easy. But they struggled to sell tickets.
Right.
So my coach was like, oh, we're not gonna do that mistake again. My coach from Nigeria as well. So when the immigration paper then happened,
Yeah.
it was told that, so he sent it back that, no, I want to box as an amateur here. So
You
then they
throw out amateurs.
want
when
me
you...
to box amateur here so I can be able to sell tickets.
Okay.
Because the fighter that was Olympian that was here couldn't sell tickets.
Right, okay.
So obviously they wasn't born here, they didn't grow up here or school, so it's hard.
Yeah.
So that was the whole idea of my coach thinking, well, if you grant that, and it's like, yeah, F off.
You didn't want to do that, you were like...
No. The immigration, the Home Office then said, you become a liability.
Right.
Because they grant me, but it's true.
Right,
They already
okay.
granted work permit, but we sent it back that no, we want to box as an amateur.
Okay,
So how are you going to survive?
Yeah. I see
So
what
you
you're
have a
saying.
liability.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I have a daughter during those period of time, but she was premature. So we have all of that going on.
Oh,
so
man.
then it's been a roller coaster, but I think my story, it will inspire so many people where you think, well, there's no way out. But there is a way. If you don't stop.
It just sounds like you just weren't going to give up.
Giving up is not an option.
Yeah, fair.
Going back to Nigeria is
It's not an option.
It's
Yeah,
not where
okay.
to go. Now, mind you, I've lost my dad, I've lost my mom, and one of my brother passed as well.
Mate,
So going back to Nigeria is not an option.
what is there left for you other than...
I still have some siblings there,
Yeah, man.
but I know they struggle.
Yeah,
So everyone is
right,
also
right.
counting on me.
Fair.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
man.
going back to Nigeria, but that's one. I have children here.
Yeah,
I can't just pack up and go.
Nah.
So
Their whole life is
I've
built
lived
up.
in this country more than I live in Nigeria.
Fair enough.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So people like yourself make me, when you said, oh, I was kind, I wasn't kind. For me, it's a privilege for people like you to even acknowledge that, oh, there's a guy here that's done this and thing. So for me, I'm like, oh, this is a great opportunity. When Adrian told me, I said, yeah. I'll do it. It's like, oh yeah, but don't let him catch you, he's a slick bastard. I said, I'm the natural.
Yeah, you are.
So-
You're naturally good at boxing, naturally good at teaching as well, it
So
seems.
thank you. So that's it, man. And I can't thank you guys enough. Seriously,
It's meant a lot to have you on today, for sure, and just hearing and it's only a snippet of your whole story. But yeah, like you often hear in boxing, they were having a hard time, they were mentally not there, not ready. One of the excuses recently, and I don't want to talk on it too much because I feel like he gets a lot of criticism anyway, but there's a rumour going around about Anthony Joshua not having his driving licence being banned, and that's what set him off for the boxing fight. And I'm like, that is the most amount of rubbish I've heard. in a long time. And then there's people like yourself, and I imagine there's more like you who are going through all these things in their life, and they're still just persevering.
For me, people always make excuses for people. But the champ himself said it. He said, look, my defense was off, this is that. But this is part of boxing.
Yeah, man, for sure.
And a lot of people that know nothing about the sport are the first one to criticize.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They're the first people that will criticize. And
that's the purpose of this show, is for all these people sitting on their sofa at home saying, I could do that, or I would have dodged that shot, done an uppercut while they're eating a burger.
Exactly.
It's like, you can't be doing what, and I'm learning this, even though I have very minimal boxing experience. Every single time I fight someone new on the show, I'm humbled and I'm learning more and more and more. And to know that it's not even a case whether I'm built for it or not, this is a serious sport. It's a serious sport.
So for me, I think boxing is life. I see boxing as life because you can spar someone else and you'll be like, that's quite easy. But then you wonder how were you a champion?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Even though they might not go 100%, or some of them might try, but you can still withstand the pressure. But then you can get hit with someone else. This is life, where sometimes something is moving smoothly, and boom, you get hit with a shot. Like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
But then you meet with someone else, where it's like you don't have power. Well, you stress me out mentally because there's so much to think.
Yeah.
If you think too hard, you get hit. If you don't react on time, you get hit.
Yeah.
But they don't have the power, but you don't like the feeling.
That's what I was feeling with you.
So that's just the boxing.
Yeah.
But people that have never done it, always easy to be like, yeah. And it's the same to football. It's the same to any sports.
True.
But people, even me, you look at football, how could they kick it that way? But no, you wouldn't.
Nah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, with everything around it, the pressure, the lights, the occasion.
Our penalty.
Yeah,
Time to play penalty. How did he kick it out there?
Yeah.
You're not there. You're not the one.
Having to do it. I often think this on like days when like certain boxers on the night, they're just a little bit under the weather. They're a little bit, they could just be fatigued for that week.
I've had a fight, my hand, I had a surgery when I fought Gary Cochran.
Jeez.
I have to take, what do you call it, anesthetic.
Yeah,
because my hand was broken.
Before the fight?
Yeah, at the changing room. I have to take that because I can't take cortisone injection, but I have to fight. Jeez. And if on the fight was changed 4 weeks to the fight, I was training for someone else while he was training for me.
Right. So you're already at a disadvantage.
But then you have a one damaged hand. But people can criticize, but nobody knows what you got.
What you actually
I've had a fight where the ribs is one. I've had the fracture in the ribs, but the fight's too close. You can't cut it up. How many fighters? I can guarantee you, there's never been any fighter, either pro, amateur, white collar, that box 100%.
100%, yeah.
They'll always have one niggas or not, or the other.
And it's just if you rise to the occasion or not.
So
that's crazy.
So I gotta take my eye out for you as well. Having to come and you spot different people. When I saw you and John Ryder, I'm like, this guy's gonna get killed.
Mate, that's precisely what I thought though.
I said, this guy's gonna get killed.
I was so nervous. I was just like, he's gonna do me in completely. And obviously you can tell on there, he's been a gentleman.
Of course.
He's been a gentleman. Still split my lip, but was a gentleman.
So yeah, man. Thank you.
No, thank you.
I can't thank you guys enough.
Nah, it was a pleasure coming down, man. Just a couple more questions before we call it quits, and we have to do this. So, 2 big rematches. I think the AJ and Dubois rematch is being confirmed.
Yep.
How do you think this one goes?
I'm gonna see on the fence because both of them are my guys. So
come on.
Dubois.
Come on.
Dubois was my former teammate.
Right. Okay.
A Peacock.
Yeah.
AJ's my guy.
AJ's your guy.
I know AJ personally as well.
Yeah. Decent.
So right here, I just say,
best of luck to both of them.
That's it. The most important thing is, they both came out healthy. And this is obviously off the topic, but it is still relevant to it. Back in the days, look at the great fighters.
Yeah, man.
Just lose and win and lose and win and lose and win. But Now, the social media don't even want anybody to try.
Yeah,
because it's straight negative. Even if you win, they still criticize it.
100% on how you won. Man. Yeah,
so, regardless, I think.
Do you think that stigma of losing your O needs to kind of stop?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the pressure.
So I have one of the guy here does grappling.
Yeah, right.
So he's been fighting a whole month.
Yeah.
And they said to me, he's smashing everyone.
Yeah.
But he said, in grappling, it doesn't matter. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. You still go on.
Keep going.
But the boxing, if you lose, you get criticized. But then you have so many memes and things that's affecting people. So I think fighters of now haven't been difficult more than back in the days.
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
I see that. And then lastly, the Usyk and Fury rematch.
Oof.
How do you see that playing out?
I've always said Tyson Fury with beat Usyk, perhaps stop him. I moved from bantamweight to welterweight.
You got right, yeah.
So, and
you know how hard it is moving up.
No, it's not even that.
Right.
Moving up is one thing, but having the speed then becomes my advantage.
Right, okay.
Which I think is what the heavyweights are struggling with Usyk. Because Usyk started from a smaller weight, but he still carry that same, he can still move that way. And it's that young age, so he can move in and out. So it doesn't matter how much you try. You're a big lad, he's small, he's light on his feet. So, fuck it, I'm gonna stick with Tyson.
Good man.
I'm gonna stick with Tyson.
Good man.
I'm gonna stick with Tyson on this one.
Good
Usyk might have the last fight. I think obviously it caught Tyson Fury towards stuff, rocked him. But these things happen. These things happen.
It does. I think Tyson's probably going to be double locked in.
I thought he would be locked in after the Ngannou fight.
Yeah, right.
I thought he would be locked in, and I think he wanted to prove himself in front of everyone. But
I felt like he wanted to prove himself not only just to win, but I think he wanted to win in a real dramatic style. And that's where maybe some of the problem occurred.
I think it was what he thinks, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm not Tyson, but in my opinion, he was shocked with the ability that the resilience of taking a punch, big shot, because he hit Usyk in the stomach.
Yeah.
You know, he caught him with a good shot
and a nasty uppercut to the face as well.
But he could take a punch.
Yeah.
But he's not staying in there. So the in and out keep Tyson on the edge, and he's tiring.
Yeah, it is.
But then when he starts sticking his tongue out, I'm like, oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah, right.
This is it. So he's struggling with the pace.
What's going on? Trying to act like he's not.
He's struggling with the pace.
Fair.
But I'm gonna go for Tyson.
Lovely job. Again, thank you so much, man. I really
seriously,
appreciate it. And thank you as well for watching.